I have no one to speak to, and I gracefully fade into non-existence.
His thing is in his lap.
Very jealous person. I don't like other women.
I was like, girl, what do you like? Jealousy is not cute. I felt that I didn't have something that he wanted. Thank you very much.
You say that's your boyfriend, you say I'm out of line. Funny, he said I could call him up anytime. You could call me wrong, say that I ain't right. But if that's your boyfriend, he wasn't as nice. I'm the kind of woman I do almost anything. They get what I want, I might play any little thing. Call me what you like, but you know you should just jealous. Cause he wasn't with you, don't mean no harm. I just like what I see and it ain't my fault if he wants me.
I always feel like I'm running out of time.
Right, if that's your boyfriend, he
Wasn't last night. Ow! Shout! It's you, babe. Listen here. I want to do a quick video, and I did one before, and it was a lot more thorough. This is for Brad, asking about a computer because he's considering a Mac Pro. So I could try to load the other video. The video was so crazy; it was off the wall because I was just finishing off a project, and I just I was kind of all over the place. So I'm going to get to some very specifics, condensing what I've already done one time. And so I want to say, if you want to get a MacBook, you want the portability. If you want a MacBook Pro and a new MacBook Pros, I'm not going to go into the specifics of it because Apple always does a good job with their computers. And so that's a given, and so it's going to be a great machine. Yeah, it's probably going to be workstation quality. It's going to have exactly what you need to do all the things that you want to do. I was able to run Maya on an iBook. Matter of fact, it was a company issued iBook for a few years ago. And I think that's probably why when they took it back, that's when I said I need a MacBook Pro. So I got a Mac. I have one myself, and then I also have an iPad, an iTouch, and I have an iMac and everything else. So without going into that too heavy, and if you need to know some more information, I'll let you know. But let me say this: screen real estate. I'm a workstation type of person. I like the desktop, and I believe in working when I do work on the desktop. Now, I know another guy who was totally the opposite. He never was into, he always wanted to do 3D on a laptop. And to me, that was kind of like, it was desecrated 3D, so to speak, and really my point of view is from the art form of it, but again, that's changed. It's changed a lot since I've started. And so I'm from the generation where when, I was there when 3D was like a little circle, and not maybe some wireframes, but that was the big thing, So now it's so easy, and people are doing high resolution imageries, all kind of stuff, imagery and stuff like that. So I want to break down one important element, is that if you wanted a workstation, if you were thinking about, well, I need this to double as a workstation, you could also get a screen, a nice bigger screen if you need that, and plug your MacBook Pro directly into that, and it'll run the monitor like that. The only thing is, I don't think you can completely close the cap of that. Like, so if you put a keyboard on it and then another monitor on a MacBook Pro, I don't think you can close the case without it deadening the screen on the other machine. I've done that with my MacBook Pro. Once I bought it, I put one of these 30-inch monitors that I have, and I'm all about the screen real estate. Once I did that, I said I gotta have an iMac. I gotta have an iMac, and so because it was like it's too convenient to have a nice portable large monitor. and so the iMacs are made to do Maya, and especially the 27 inch. I just finished talking a guy into getting a 27 inch because it's just, I have a big workstation, but they make the computers faster and faster each time. A 27 inch might be faster than my workstation. It is faster. I don't know if it's quad core, but it can handle everything else. And then you have Maya nowadays, a 64-bit, so you're going to get the most out of that system, So, power-wise, I don't, it's a point of expandability. It's not a point of power-wise and speed and stuff like that. Yeah, you can go into, that's pretty self-explanatory, so you can go in there and say, well, this got a quad core, and this one has a dual core, and things like that. So, or this one I can expand to so and such RAM. Neither of them are a MacBook Pro or an iMac. It's not really expandable as you would get, the box, So, or MacBook Pro. So the MacBook, as a Mac Pro, sorry. So a Mac Pro, my Mac Pro, I have several drives in it, 11 gigs. You can get that in an iMac, but you can't get the drive space. And so it's a matter of portability. Now, I personally don't, I'm only going to do certain types of work when I'm out in the public, or video editing, yes, but I'm not going to be in a situation where I have all my reference material, or I can't really get into a studio frame of mind when I'm actually, I study, get a lot of stuff done, but it's not the same as when I'm, the solitude of doing my work. So when I'm out and about, some people can only work out at Starbucks or the library or wherever you portable, or on your job. That's different, So if you need it for that, to carry it to and fro from the job. So that's the difference. If the other video will post, I will do it. I got 2 or 3 minutes. So if you get a portable device, get AppleCare, because you're probably going to do something. It's more, if anything goes wrong, especially with a MacBook, the cost of it. A stationary system like an iMac, you're not going to move it around that much. You're not going to do anything with it. So it's going to, in general, have less wear and tear. So I do recommend it because it's cheaper if you do it, and so if there is something wrong, you're fully covered. So I think it's $169 for that. I don't know. I haven't sold Macs in a long time, but the best thing about it is it's a win-win, because you have you can use Boot Camp and work Windows. It doesn't get viruses. I think they had a big virus where they just did an upgrade with Windows, and it just recently it started identifying things as viruses that are not viruses. So, that's just a whole different issue for me, But, so I just compressed the video, because the other video that I did, it was just so long, and I was goofing off, how I do. So good. So that's the main thing is, but I love the screen real estate and stuff like that. I was eating a donut. Just went to the store and had a donut, and I haven't cleaned up, so I don't really want to show this. I've been really just off in another La La Land, so I haven't been able to clean up. Nor should I. I should have somebody else clean for me, right? I'm the boss, right? I have to tell people that all the time. It's not my job. Anyway, I don't mean that like that. What I'm saying is I'm too involved in what I'm doing here to be. I will eventually, but when I get more time. So, in New York, I used to have beautiful blonde Russian girls come and clean up. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, so that's the main thing, is you want to, I'm all for the iMacs. They have the 27 inch, that's almost as big as my 30 inches. So, my whole thing is as much screen real estate as possible. But I've gotten a lot done on an iMac, iBook, and I think they have I think they call it just the MacBooks. The iBooks is just the MacBooks now. It's great for students and stuff like that. Great, inexpensive laptop. Great. Yeah, mini Macs. If you want to spend $500 for a computer, with Mac, you're still going to get better quality than the average $500 computer. I just got that from the store. So that's the dealio. 10 minutes, and if you want, if you have any questions, feel free to ask.